everyone. This is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here with my new Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, August 21st through Sunday, August 27th, 2023. For this week's Empowered Moments video, we're going to be using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. There is a lot going on astrologically this week, which, by the way, inspires me to let you know or remind you that if you haven't already watched the monthly Empowered Moments video for the month of August, you might want to go back and watch that or review that once again to get the big picture of the entire month with the energies and messages for the month. So again, lots of stuff going on astrologically. One of those things this week is that we have a Mercury retrograde. But before we get into the astrology, the energies, the messages, let's go ahead and do an empowered moment. So let's take a deep breath, close your eyes, relax your body, clear your mind of all thoughts of the day, the week, the month. Just focus on the present moment, the here and now, making sure that your feet are flat on the floor if that's possible, if that's accessible for you. Making sure your legs and arms are uncrossed so that the flow of energy is clear and clean. Visualizing, sensing, seeing, or feeling, or just knowing that you're surrounded in etheric golden white light of God source energy, creator, all that is. And let's take in a couple of deep breaths, 2 or 3, and breathe in that etheric golden white light of protection and guidance into every cell of your body. Each time you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. Again, just focusing on this present moment. Next time you inhale and then exhale, I want you to imagine a grounding cord coming out of your root chakra, going down deep through the layers of Earth Mother Gaia, connecting with her crystalline heart chakra in the center of the earth. This is going to provide you with a sense of stability, focus, and grounding within yourself. And imagine or visualize that you're breathing in and up through that grounding cord, Earth Mother Gaia's nurturing, healing, golden elixir of light. Exhaling that out throughout your energy bodies, up through all of your chakras. And focus on the idea, the intention, the thought of Mercury retrograde. What does that mean? Mercury is the planet of thoughts and perceptions, ideas and communications, messages, information. And this week, Mercury turns retrograde in his home sign, or one of his home signs, of Virgo. Logical, analytical, detail-oriented Virgo. And as Mercury slows down and comes to a standstill and shifts directions, it provides us with some moments of reflection, some moments of quieting the mind with intention and reflecting on next steps. What are the next steps? What are the new ideas that we need to create for forward movement? So when we think about movement and action and manifestation, it starts with an idea, a thought, a perception. And this is where Mercury comes in. And in Virgo, Mercury wants to pay attention to all the little details, all the little steps. And as Mercury slows down again, it provides us with a great time, great energy for meditation, going within, reflecting on the information and messages coming to us, and the information and messages that we seek before moving forward on that next step. So set the intention to quiet the mind and listen. Listen to the messages from your higher self. Listen to the messages from your angels and guides. Listen to the messages within the quiet and solitude all around you. For it is in this space that the answers will appear. So breathe in that intention into every cell of your body. And as you exhale and in your own time, you can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space. And get ready for looking at your stones of choice for that special message a little bit later. All right, so the first stone of choice here, this is called K2, and literally just the letter K and the number 2. So the K2 is a stone that, of course, this has been wrapped in silver wire. It's been Reiki charged by me with the vibration of master number 22, number of the master builder, the essence of the planet Neptune, planet of spiritual connection and higher dimensional awareness, and Saturn, the great manifester that brings energies into manifestation. This is infused with the element of earth, which helps to ground energy and vision into our third dimensional reality. Activation of the third eye chakra for clairvoyance and psychic insight. That's what that color blue is, right? And this has been infused with Archangel Michael's energy for protection and removing obstacles to accomplish the next step on one's path. Okay. So stone number 2 here, this is a feminine smoky quartz. And why do I call it feminine? It's got a flat bottom on it. A lot of times when we see clear quartz or smoky quartz crystals, they have a point on the bottom. Those are the masculine energy, but the flat bottom ones is a feminine energy, so it's a much gentler energy. This has been Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 22, again, the number of the master builder and master manifester, and power and protection on all planes of reality as part of that master number 22. The energies of Pluto infused into this one, planet of transformation and transmutation of lower vibrational energies, activation of the crown chakra and the root chakra for opening to higher universal energies and bringing them down through all of the other chakras to ground them in the third dimensional earth plane. This one has the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael for protection and to clear away lower energies, and the energies of King Solomon for his powerful protection, divine magic, and space clearing. Okay. And then pendant number 3 is beautiful Aqua Aura quartz. So the Aqua Aura quartz crystal wrapped in silver. Of course, that smoky quartz was wrapped in gold. This one is also infused with the vibration of master number 22, the number of spiritual power on all planes and the energy of the master builder. The energies of Uranus, planet of higher dimensional energies in connection to the God mind. The opening and balancing of the throat chakra, ear chakras, and crown chakras for speaking one's truth, increased clairaudience, and receiving higher information and messages from the angelic realm. And again, Archangel Michael's energy of protection against psychic attack and energy drain, as well as leading one to the next step on their destiny path. So all three of these have some similarities. They all have master number 22. They all have Archangel Michael associated with them. The K2 had the, what was the planet for the K2? It was the Neptune, right? Yes. I noticed that they each had different outer planet energies. So this one has the Neptunian energies associated with it. Neptune rules the spiritual realm, magic and mystery and things unseen. The smoky quartz, this one had the energies of Pluto, death and rebirth, transformation and regeneration. And then this one had the energy of Uranus, the rebel, planet of freedom, liberation, and change. All right, Aqua Aura. I forgot to say that. All right, so let's set the stones aside here. Now let's talk about the astrology. We're going to start on Monday the 21st. The sun is still in Leo at this point, and the sun rules our identity and how we express ourselves. It rules the ego, and it's in its home sign right now on Monday of Leo, which is how do we shine our light out into the world, right? How do we use our creative abilities out in the world? And the sun in Leo is in an inconjunct to Pluto, planet of death and rebirth, transformation, and change. So that inconjunct means we have to make some adjustments. The sun in Leo, leadership oriented, take charge. It's like the king or the queen, right? And Pluto wants to be in charge too. So there could be some adjustments that we need to make regarding some power and control issues. That could be with other people, or that could just be something within ourselves to where we're fighting something, a feeling, a thought, an idea, and a way of expressing something. And this can also lead to transformation or a death and rebirth of the ego aspect, the ego body of our beingness. So there's great potential here for empowerment and transformation. And then on Tuesday the 22nd, we've got two aspects. The first is Venus, planet of love and relationships, money and finances, values and self-worth, still in Leo and still retrograde in Leo. So it's internalizing that energy. And I've said this many times in previous weeks' videos, but Venus retrograde in Leo is about finding that value within yourself, knowing that you're worthy and deserving and feeling that to the core of your being. But on Tuesday, she's in a challenging square to Jupiter, planet of expansion and exaggeration. Jupiter also rules our belief systems, and Jupiter's in Taurus right now. So Leo is a fixed sign, which means there's some stubborn energies here. Taurus, where Jupiter is, a fixed sign, stubborn energies. They come together, in a challenging square with one another. And Jupiter likes to expand the challenge. Jupiter's going to expand the difficulties here. And so what could some of those difficulties be? Well, Venus does rule money and finances. Taurus, where Jupiter is, Taurus is also a sign that rules money and finances. There could be something of a challenge or a challenging energy, or at least a challenging energy within our belief system structure about money and finances. This could also be an aspect that causes us to overindulge or overspend. So the overindulge part could be part of the overspending, but overindulge could be overindulging in eating. Like Venus likes sweets, she's a sweet planet, so she likes kind of the sweets. Venus Aphrodite is that curvy kind of, feminine energy. So this could mean, again, overindulging in eating. It could be working, spending, something of that nature. There could be differences of opinion in relationships, because Venus does rule relationships and Jupiter rules our belief system. So we might have some challenges there. That person believes this, you believe something else. And again, it could get exaggerated out of its proportion, because Jupiter likes to expand things and exaggerate things. So just be aware of that. Now, the other thing I'll say about that is that Jupiter is the planet of great blessings. He's known as the great benefic. Venus is the planet of lesser blessings. Not that she's less than Jupiter, but she also is a planet of blessings. So you have two planets that rule blessings And even though they're in a challenging square connection to one another, there still could be some blessings coming in. This could be, if you shift your mindset, shift your perception, shift your belief systems, then, you're going to be in alignment to draw to you or magnetize to you some sort of gift, blessing, abundance, prosperity. Could be monetary, could be a gift from a friend. It could be an influx of business in your career or on your business path. So there could be blessings of various types coming in. The other aspect on Tuesday is Mars, the warrior, who's in technical analytical Virgo, opposing Neptune, ruler of the spiritual realm, which is in ethereal mystical Pisces. So these energies of Virgo, where Mars is, and Pisces, where Neptune is very different, because Virgo is, again, the mental realm, logic, analysis, discernment. Pisces, on the other hand, where Neptune is very trust, faith, go with the flow, allow, surrender. So it's an interesting energy there with Mars opposing Neptune. I want to say that Mars is about actions, energy, action, forward movement. And we might find that in our energy movement forward, we're being distracted. Neptune can distract or bring illusions and confusion and delusion to things. So just be aware of surrendering to divine timing, surrendering to the divine unfolding of your plans around that time, because that Mars opposing Neptune just kind of creates this, you want to be grounded and logical with your plans and with your ideas and putting things into action, so to speak. But Neptune says, well, it might not be what you expect, or the timing's not right, or you might get sidetracked. Your mind kind of wanders, or your energy wanders in a different direction. So just be open to all possibilities and just kind of go with the flow. On Wednesday, the 23rd, we've got the Sun now leaving Leo and moving into Virgo until September 22nd. So now for the next month, the Sun is shining its rays of light through Virgo, analysis, logic, discernment, and details. This is about, paying attention to the small things, taking care of those tasks and projects that we've let build up that we need to take care of. This is a great time to make kind of like to-do lists so that you kind of keep your mind on track of what you need to do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or a monthly basis. Also on the same day, Wednesday the 23rd, this is when Mercury turns to retrograde motion at 21 degrees of Virgo. So Mercury again rules the mental realm, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, in its home sign, or one of its home signs, Virgo, logical, analytical, detail-oriented. So we've probably been feeling this Mercury slowdown because Mercury actually went into its shadow on August 4th. So since August 4th, as Mercury entered its shadow period before the retrograde, things might have started going haywire with communication or technology. Typical things with Mercury retrograde: it's not a good time to sign contracts or important paperwork. It's not a good time to make big purchases, especially those that involve technology, especially with this one, or any purchasing of things that involve information in some way, shape, or form, because that's Virgo. Now, it is going to retrograde all the way back to 8 degrees. So it starts at 21 degrees Virgo, retrogrades back to 8 degrees Virgo. So it stays in the sign of Virgo, and it's going to turn back to direct motion on September 15th, but then still be in the post-shadow period for some days before, moving out of that retrograde cycle completely. Now on Thursday, 24th, we've got Mars in Virgo and a positive connection to Pluto in Capricorn. So Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. Again, this is all about death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, transmutation, renewal. Those are the key words for Scorpio. And this is a positive connection. So we can be empowered with some forward movement, even though Mercury's retrograde as of the day before. So I would say I'm hearing the phrase revel in the small victories. So revel in the small victories, taking just the smallest steps forward. Mars in Virgo wants to move forward, but it's in small incremental steps based on details and facts, right? And so if we do that and we don't try to push too fast and we just revel in the short-term successes towards our goals, there can be a lot of empowerment and a lot of transformation energies that are happening. On Sunday, the 27th, we're going to round out the week with the Sun in Virgo opposing Saturn in Pisces. Now, this is very early on Sunday, so we're going to feel this on Saturday as well, Saturday and Sunday, depending on what part of the world you're in. The Sun in Virgo, again, it's down to business. You know, that's kind of the phrase that pops in with the Sun in Virgo. It's down to business. You know, we're back to school, we're back to work, summer's over, you know, it's time to kind of get down to business. But the opposition to Saturn can kind of slow things down, have this feeling of restriction or limitation, this need for patience, perseverance, and determination. And Saturn is the great teacher of lessons. So what is the lesson in all of this? What is the lesson in being slowed down? What is the lesson in what seems to be obstacles and challenges standing in our way, which sometimes, again, is just a slowdown period so that we are more aware of something, learn something, understand something more, and take responsibility for something, because Saturn is the planet of responsibility as well. And then also on Sunday, the 27th, Mars, the warrior planet of energy, action, and forward movement, is moving out of Virgo and into the sign of Libra, where he's going to be until October 12th. So Mars is going to filter or funnel his energy into relationships, balance, harmony, equality, compromise, everything to do with partnerships and one-on-one relationships of different kinds. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. Now, when I was shuffling and meditating, I was very much guided by Spirit that we were going to be looking at themes. So they gave me 3 cards for themes for the week. And we've had a theme reading before in the past, but they had me do it a little differently this time. They had me choose 3 cards for the themes, and then they wanted me to go back and choose the clarification card or more information card for each theme. So that's how we're going to look at this. So the first card that came up for the theme was the 2 of Cups. So this is clearly about, again, relationships, right? We do have Venus earlier in the week challenging Jupiter. We do have Mars later in the week moving into relationship sign of Libra. So it's not surprising that this is one of our themes. Now, up here at the top, this card is ruled by Venus in Cancer. So this could definitely be focusing on home and family types of relationships, or those that have a strong emotional connection to them. So very like your best friend or like your significant romantic partner. This is a deeply deeply nurturing emotional connection with the people in your life. So when we look at just the image here, before we look at the clarification card, we've got 2 swans. And the swans, oftentimes we see swans on the Lover's card in certain tarot decks. But you can see that they're facing each other. They're a mirror image of one another. So one of the messages right out to me is that we could be reflecting things towards one another or projecting things towards one another. One partner's in a frustrating and or depressed mood. That means the other person in the household, the other partner, or again, it could be a friend or a family member, might definitely be picking up empathically on these feelings as they're being subconsciously or consciously projected, and you're kind of absorbing that. So there's this reflection and projection thing that's going on. So you have to be aware of that within our relationships. Let's go ahead and look at the clarification, more information card that comes out with this. Okay, so we got the King of Swords. Now, this is interesting. This, the King is mature, responsible, grounded, energy, and it's a take charge energy, right? The king is the ruler of the kingdom, so he's in charge, he's the ruler. And in this place, he's got a handle on his thoughts. This is swords. Thoughts, perceptions, ideas, communications. So he's responsible with his communications. He's in a sense, taking charge of his own thoughts or perceptions of what he's seeing within relationship matters. This could be about having communication. This is like, taking charge and saying, you know what, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this situation or this issue or this challenge, or I want to talk about what's going on in my mind right now. And I say mind because it's the swords, right? What's going on in my mind? My perceptions of the situation of this relationship is this. So you're being objective, you're being logical, which Mercury in Virgo, the sun moving into Virgo, it's all about, again, being kind of objective and logical as you're having this communication with the other people in your life. This could also be about taking charge of your own thoughts regarding the relationship. Maybe this has nothing to do with communication, although it's always a good idea to have a communication if there's something imbalanced, even if it's just from your perspective in a partnership or relationship. But this could be your thoughts kind of getting a little out of control or a little exaggerated, like with Venus squaring Jupiter, where things can become exaggerated. This is you, the king, being responsible and taking charge of your own thoughts about the relationship, right? And kind of collecting those thoughts and bringing them kind of into a place of grounding before maybe having the communication, if even there's a communication to be had. So that is theme number 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at what theme number 2 is. The first card is the Ace of Coins. It's like the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Earth. So this is about a new beginning on a practical level. Again, not surprising because we've got some Virgo energies going on here. Mars is in Virgo, Mercury is in Virgo, going retrograde in Virgo. The sun is moving into Virgo. And Virgo is an earth sign. This, coins, pentacles, is an earth element. This is about the manifestation of tangible situations in our life. This could be about job. This could be about career. This could be about money. This could be about finance. This could be about relationship, projects that we're working on. And again, the ace is saying there's a new beginning. There's initiation of something new. There's the planting of new seeds here. And we've got this masculine energy. Masculine to me is like take charge and plant those seeds. Take charge and create that new beginning, initiate that new beginning. And we've got this strong masculine energy holding up this big coin where we're wanting to manifest blessings, manifest prosperity, manifest abundance. And that could look like money and finances. That could look like a new career or job. That could look like projects you're working on for maybe your website or your work. Maybe you're developing new materials. All of these things are manifestations of something. We also in this card have like a buck. Again, a buck is that masculine deer energy, right? But the deer itself, the deer is about being lured to some sort of new pursuit. At least that's one of the meanings of the deer totem. Being gently lured to new pursuits. And maybe not quite as gently because this is a masculine buck and this is the Ace of Coins. So maybe you're being gently pushed, let's say. I'm going to use the word gently. We're being pushed maybe by the universe to start something new, to create something new, to bring something into manifestation, okay? And to move forward into this confident, courageous, expressive. To me, it almost looks like a big sun, right? This big coin, this big pentacle. It looks like almost like he's holding the sun, but in the middle, there's the green for the prosperity in there. And the sun, again, rules our sense of self, our self-identity, our self-confidence. So I feel like we're needing to manifest more self-confidence and courage to then initiate this new beginning in some area of our life to create this new prosperity and abundance. Let's see what comes out for clarification for that card. Got the Star card. Major Arcana 17, the Star. Now, the Star card is about our hopes, dreams, and wishes for the future coming true. Now, I say for the future, this is kind of a future-oriented card, but we could also argue there's no past, there's no present, there's no future. Everything's happening simultaneously, right? Parallel realities and all of that good stuff, which in some ways is very true. But the Star card is often like kind of about, again, what is my future vision? What's my vision for the future? What do I want to accomplish? Who do I want to be out in the world? It's ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius is kind of that humanitarian, let's do good for the world, for the collective sort of energies. It is about networking, groups of like-minded people. Again, it's about science, technology, but it's also, again, about kind of future. It's like moving into that other realm of energy. So here, as it's coupled with the Ace of Coins, and we're getting ready to initiate something new in a tangible way, this is initiating something new for creating and manifesting our hopes and dreams and wishes and visions for the future. And I love the image on this card. I mean, she's got this rainbow light coming out of two different vessels. She's actually holding two different vessels in her hand. So we've got more than just one vessel, right? More than just one gift or one channel of energy coming out here. Here she's got two channels of energy coming out of both hands. The rainbow can be hope, joy, happiness, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's like a double dose of this prosperity and abundance. But again, this is the slowest moving of the suits, right? The fire is faster, the air is faster, the cups is even a bit faster. But when it comes to earth or coins or pentacles, it's more of a divine timing, third dimensional timing, take your time, have patience kind of thing. So I'd say work towards whatever the vision for the future is, but also have patience. Take things one step at a time, plant those seeds, allow yourself to be gently pulled or not so gently pulled in the direction that the universe wants to steer you in. All right, let's look at the last theme. The last theme is the King of Wands. So, gosh, we had the King of Swords in the first theme. The King, again, is the kind of like the master, the one that's in charge, the leader, the responsible one, right? He's responsible for a whole kingdom. Here, he's in the suit of wands or fire. This is inspiration. This is imagination. This is spiritual energy, is the fire and wands. And he's wearing this crown upon his head, and it's got all this kind of fire-looking energy coming up from the crown and going up towards the universe. That to me is claircognizance. So the King of Wands is inspired, and he's got this vision, this imagination, these visualizations, the aha moments, the epiphanies that are coming in here through the crown chakra. And he wants to take this and run with it, kind of manifest something big and great with it because he's the king. He looks a little stern. He looks a little bit like, okay, I got all these ideas. I got all this information coming in, like Mercury retrograde in Virgo. I got all this information coming in. What do I do with it? What am I supposed to do with it? Well, up here we've got Sagittarius, but we also have Scorpio to Sagittarius. The Sagittarius is clear because Sagittarius is that inspiration, visualization, excitement, imagination, all that stuff that we just talked about. The Scorpio influence says we have to dig a little deeper, just like with Mercury retrograde, right? In Mercury retrograde, we have to dig a little deeper to understand what some of this inspirational energy is about, the creative energy, the imagination energy, the epiphany energy. Let's go a little deeper down into the depths of our soul, and let's transform it somehow. Let's make something out of it rather than it just being up here, right? We want to actually at some point manifest our vision. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card that came out with this. Okay, it's the Eight of Coins. the Eight of Pentacles. This is the sun in Virgo, and we've got the sun moving into Virgo. So again, it's paying attention to the small steps, the small details. The number 8 numerologically is about empowerment or empowering yourself. This is the coins, and let's empower yourself on the physical third dimensional level. Let's empower yourself in your career, empower yourself in your job, empower yourself in your relationships, empower yourself with money and finances. We've got 8 pentacles here, 8 coins here. And the number 8 actually also numerologically speaking, other than being about empowerment, is about career, money, and finances. So we're empowering our next small steps. Just kind of taking a look at the card here. He's got this interesting wheel back here. It's like he's creating these coins. He's creating the steps. He's manifesting the power. He's using his detail eagle eye. I mean, look at, he's kind of really studying that coin. Did I make it right? Did I do it right? That's Virgo. Let's use discernment as far as, this is my idea. Could this possibly work? What's the pros and cons? What are the steps I would need to take to move forward on it? You know, it's like we're going through this whole mental process and making sure everything is lining up. And this is about our ideas again. Our ideas, our vision, our clear cognizance, that clear knowing that's kind of coming in. Our ability to take charge of our inspiration and imagination, those spiritual ideas that are kind of coming in. And let's go ahead and now, again, focus the energy, go deeper with the energy with the Scorpio, but also look at the logical steps that need to be taken. And what details do we have to pay attention to? And especially with Mercury retrograde, you know, we say it's not a good time to initiate something new during Mercury retrograde, but it's a good time that if you're already working on something, to really pick it apart and, you know, see that it's working correctly. Or again, make your list of pros and cons, or use your, you know, your logical mind as far as, how do I empower myself and my vision in order to move forward in a positive way? Okay, so those are the themes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages for the stones of choice. So the first stone of choice was the K2. I'm gonna give this a little shuffle. Special message for the K2 people. This one's calling my attention in the middle here. Whoops. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, 2 cards. Distant thunder, gates of triumph. All right, so distant thunder says, let's clear the air. So again, going back to that potential of maybe needing to have communication with somebody, you know, in your reality. The distant thunder could be like there's a storm coming, or maybe you've already had the storm and now you need to clear the air. So one way or the other, there's needing to be some sort of, let's not sweep it under the rug, but let's kind of hit this head on and let's clear the air kind of thing. Because we had some sort of issue, challenge, difficulty, or storm here with the distant thunder. But it looks like there can be triumph in the end, right? Now we got sunshine instead of the clouds and the lightning bolt. So the gates of triumph says success expands in your life. So it's looking like if you have that communication, it's going to turn out for you. It doesn't mean that there's no challenge, but it's going to turn out in the end to be successful for you, or positive for your evolution and growth at the very least. If not positive in your reality and in your situation, it's positive in your evolution and growth that you had this communication. So you're going to be successful and you're going to be able to move forward. As you're moving forward down this path, you're heading towards the light. Okay? All right, let's look at the special message for the smoky quartz people. Smoky quartz. Special message for smoky quartz. Okay, this one. And yes, I'm going to pull 2. And this one here that's in the middle. Okay, let's see what this message is. Uncovering treasure is the first card. Beneath the surface lies great beauty. So what does that mean? Beneath the surface, maybe the surface of the job, the surface of the relationship. You know, what you're seeing from the get-go maybe doesn't seem as, you know, as great or wonderful or what you really wanted. But if you look deeper, right? If you look deeper and you uncover that treasure, uncover the blessing, uncover what's hidden beneath the surface, you're going to find this treasure chest. There's some sort of blessing in the lack of being able to see with your physical two eyes in the moment a certain situation for all that it is. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Let's take a look at the second card. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Okay, so you're rising above the little nitpicky details. You're rising above the, what do I want to say? Rising above the pettiness. Okay, you're ascending the mountain. You're rising to look at the situation, the relationship, yourself from a higher perspective. And this is allowing you to evolve and grow. You're continuing to move forward. I feel like it has something to do with this, right? We're needing to look beneath the surface to what the greater benefit is of a situation, a circumstance, a relationship. And as we do so, we're going to rise above the pettiness, what doesn't really matter as much, and we're going to be able to continue our forward evolutionary journey on our path. All right, let's look at the card message for the Aqua Aura. Aqua Aura people. Special message for Aqua Aura. This one's calling my attention here. We'll put that down. And this one. Okay. The first message. Oh, I can't believe it. We got distant thunder again. Distant thunder. Clear the air. So there's definitely, with this Mercury retrograde, a lot of clearing of the air that needs to happen. And as you face the storm or face the challenge, the second card was Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. So basically, to me, this is saying that through your communication that you might need to have, or maybe again, the distant thunder, maybe this is clearing the air with yourself, right? Although it definitely could be, and most likely is, with another person. But this could be just like clearing your own mind of all the judgments and criticisms and thoughts that are of lower vibration. But as you do so, as you focus on kind of clearing the air, so to speak, you know, removing that, rising above that, however that might look, there's going to be this higher energy flowing through you. You know, calling in the archangel energy, calling in the ascended master energy, calling in the healer of the light energy. And that energy is what can flow through you as you're having this communication. And healing then is going to be the result. You can be the healer of this situation. You're channeling the mystic, magical energies of the universe with your verbal expressions, with your verbal communication, basically. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging in. This was a little bit longer. Thank you so much for tuning in, sending you all lots of love and light and many, many, many blessings until we see you next week. And yes, next month, September is coming up as well. Namaste, everyone.